Hey guys, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. So today we're actually not going to be doing a car. I'm going to be running through the rules of this CMS Junkyard rules challenge. So this comes from Criminal XX, and he was talking about a Junkyard Wars thing that he was doing with another person, and this basically means there's a point system. I'll put all the rules and points in the description box below, and we'll go through the rules now because I'm going to call this the Hybrid Junkyard Car or Junkyard Racer, depending on whatever you want to do. If you're playing this on as a single player like myself, you can spend time doing this. If you want to play this in a Discord or anything, then there's the point system. Enjoy. So rule number one off the top is that there is only one trip to the junkyard to find a car. Now, the problem with finding a car in one trip is you might find like a really decrepit one and you might not want that car, or you don't like that one, and so on and so forth. So I would say personally, you can go to the junkyard as many times as you want, but then you can't buy anything until you have chosen your car. So for me it was a Bel Air. I was actually lucky that the one time I did go to the junkyard was actually there. But if you look around and you're seeing like cars that you don't need or you don't want, it's up to you if you really want them. But personally, just choose a car, be happy, but that is your main car. All good. Rule number two, mod cars cannot be used in this competition. Now, for me, this was a bit of a stickle because I didn't really want to remove all of my mods that I've added and configs and everything else. And so I decided to sort of flutter this one to the side. The reason why is because, well, at the end of the day, there's a lot of modded and config cars in my save, and it's a lot of a process getting them all out of my game just to do this one challenge. So I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. You can either use mods or not use mods. If you don't want to use a mod car, try and find a standard model. That's up to you. But again, it's really hard to find one in the scrapyard because there's quite a lot of stuff that I now have installed, which makes this game more open. So for you, if you want to play on a standard car, play on a standard car. If you don't want to play on a standard car, play on a mod car. That's all good. Rule number three, all parts must be from the junkyard. This I'm agreeing with. I did break the rules once, but I'll explain that in the video, and I'll go through it in a second. So yes, all of the parts you're going to put on your car must come from the junkyard. So this means going backwards and forwards to the junkyard quite a lot. In this instance, I would say turn off the travel fees, because if not, I mean, I would have spent about 20 grand on travel, because I spent going backwards and forwards to the junkyard a lot of the time. So my suggestion, go to your settings, go to the far right, go to the far side, go to that bit and turn off travel fees, because going backwards and forwards to the junkyard, you'll be bored with the loading screen by the end of this challenge. Seriously, you will. So the reason why I said I broke the rules on this is because most people know that if you're going to buy cars and stuff from the junkyard, and I'll get into the next point, which is the next main section of this, but I had to buy one from the salvage auction because I couldn't find the exhaust pipes for my specific car. They were a very, very sort of like unique downpipe. And I'd already been playing the game for 15 hours in this challenge and basically pulling out what remains of my hair just to find this, and I just couldn't find it. So yeah, I cheated. I went to the salvage yard, but most of it, actually no, 99.99% of my car was from the junkyard, and you'll see that in the video that I'll release in a little bit. Rule number four, donor cars can be bought for hard to find parts or parts in better condition. Again, this is where it comes down to I couldn't find the parts that I wanted. I had to go to a salvage auction to buy the one I wanted, because salvage auction, you can pick up exhaust pipes from there, from the cars you need. And as I said, I show that in the video as well. Rule number five, no repairs on anything. This is where it gets a little bit more rusty. Right, so basically everything you pick up, you are not allowed to repair. You are not allowed to wash the interior of the car. You're not allowed to basically make anything. The only thing that out of all of this list and everything else, the only thing that I can think of that would be only 100% is the car battery itself. Obviously, because you need the car battery to start the car. So that's just something you should look into. Everything on the cars I show you in my video, I show you everything I have in that car. And the only one thing on 100% is the battery. But that's just because I feel that was a necessity. Rule number six, no new parts. Going back to the rule where it says all parts must come from a junkyard. Yeah, you're not allowed new parts at all. Unless the car you buy from the scrapyard comes with a near perfect part. Now you can get them in the junkyard. They're not, you know, they're not a myth. They are actually do exist. So you can get stuff with a really high percentage. So yeah, no new parts. Even if you're getting down to that point where you need a real last one, that's where I bent the rules and went to a salvage yard. Rule number 7: car wash is optional. You can wash your car if you want. You don't have to. You can just drive around with dust all over your car. That's fine, but you're not allowed to interior wash. Rule number 8: only parts that are needed for the car to run are required. All others are optional. So if you just want to try and drive a car without doors and everything else, then that's your choice. At the end of the day, I went for almost a near perfect build. The only thing I was missing by the end of it was, I don't know, I think it was more just the bench and the license plates. Again, I showed that in the video, but at the end of the day, that was just me. You don't have to do what I did, but it's in the rules. You don't have to have everything. It's all good. Last but not least is paint is optional. You can paint your car if you want, and you don't have to. Again, that's your choice. The thing is with this challenge is it's a lot more time consuming than you think. Time consumption in this is ridiculous. The car that I did and the car that I show in the video that will be coming up very, very soon is, yeah, it was the best part of 15 hours. Backwards and forwards to the junkyard for that amount of time drives you a little bit mad, trying to find specific parts. Buying entire cars from the scrapyard for just 2 or 3 push rods will leave you well, it will leave you thinking about what you're actually doing with your life, let's put it that way. It was the same for me. If you want to take up this challenge, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you are part of a Discord or anything else, take this and see if like your entire Discord wants to participate. Like I said, there is a point system in the description box. At the end of the day, if you can chuck those into it, then it might make the challenge more fun for you. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed this and you actually will participate in this, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates, and I'll be back here with a brand new video live stream or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then, I want to say thank you very much for kicking by. Peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. Boom. Fist bump to you.